Cootes Paradise, Chapter 12, Mystery Manor. The initial ground search around Century Manor turned up nothing. Neither had anything been found in any of the other buildings on the property. Detective Schwartz leaned back against the trunk of his car and stared at the building, now in full sunlight and looking decidedly less ominous than when he first arrived. Despite having been stuck here for the past several hours, he had heard of another crime scene, down in Westdale, that police were investigating. Something on the water, he'd heard. On the water? He grabbed his cell phone from his pocket and dialed Detective Watkins. Ralph, Carl, what's going on in Westdale? Not Westdale. Well, sort of. In Cootes Paradise. Couple of guys in a canoe found a body floating in the reeds. No idea who he is. Trying to figure it out now. Great. You've got a body you can't ID, and I've got a body I can't ID. Doesn't anybody carry a wallet anymore? My floater looks like he might live on the street, so not having a wallet or cell phone might not be a stretch. But nothing on your guy? Nope. Found him inside Century Manor, the old asylum on the mountain. Top floor. Some trauma to the head, enough to make him bleed, but I'm not sure that's what killed him. What makes you say that? Judging from the injuries, it looks like he may have bashed his own head into the wall. Well, it was an asylum. Schwartz laughed. True enough. But aside from not knowing who he is, I don't know why he was in there in the first place. How'd you find him? Asked Ralph. Couple of kids, looking for thrills. Found an opening and snuck in. Buddy came through a different opening, and judging from the damage, it looks like he wanted in pretty bad. This has to be the most unsecure boarded-up place going. Strange. Oh, and one more thing. He was quite wet when he was discovered, even though it didn't start raining until after midnight, Carl added. Suddenly Ralph had a thought. You know, the father and son who found my guy were out in Cootes Paradise looking for someone who's missing. A Mac student who went canoeing late yesterday and never came home. There was silence as both men pondered that statement. Then Carl spoke. Jesus, could my guy be a missing canoeist? If so, how do you get from a boat on the water in the West End to a haunted house on the mountain? A bit of a mystery, said Ralph. Great, thought Schwartz. Another mystery. Cootes Paradise, a Hamilton Spectator and thespec.com serial podcast.